right? We should really be taken off the street. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for a long period of time, and yet we're still on the street. Okay, if the Muslims was kicked out the street, how come we're still on the street? You hear what I'm saying? Why? Because the Lord is dealing with this. The Lord told us to go out here and to preach the word into the highways. So like I'm going to reinstate again, if he told us to do this, then this is what's going to stand. Pursuant to Proverbs 19, it says, there be many devices in a man's heart, which means thoughts, but the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. So this is standing. This is remaining. Why? Because the Lord is dealing with this. This was what we're doing right now. This is supposed to happen. This is the thing that is supposed to happen. Okay, go on.
Acts 5, we'll start from 28. It says, confirms the point you just made.
Yeah.
Saying, did not we strictly command you that
read a bit louder too, but I know you could read a bit louder.
That you should not teach in this name,
right? And
behold, you have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine.
Right. This is talking about the Pharisees, okay, and the men that were against Paul and the likes. They didn't want him to teach in the name because it pretty much messed everything up for them. Okay, it's like, you know, it's like right now, you got certain camps out there, they don't teach in the name of the Lord, like IUIC. They don't want to teach in the name because it's pretty much gonna prohibit their their 501c3 charter.
Right.
Okay, and they gotta kick in that door because they're in it for the money anyway. They're using this work so that they can gain. But we're using this work so that we can pretty much gain financially in our spiritual bank account. All right, that's just the difference. Go on, brother.
Yeah. I'll read that bit again. Saying, did not we strictly command you that you should not teach in this name, and behold, you have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine, and intend to bring this man's blood upon us.
Right.
This is what Peter said. 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Exactly. We ought to obey the Most High rather than men. So regardless of what man has to say or what man thinks, whether it be these Edomites or whether it be these Negroes, okay, these Christian going Negroes and what have you, regardless of what they say, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to change anything. I mean, they can call 999, they can call whoever. We're going to be right back here on the streets again. All right, and how do I know this? Because it's happened to me. All right, there was a time where we was arrested, and it's happened to many other brothers as well, not just me. Right, got arrested, and we're back on the street again. Why? Because we're supposed to be here. The Lord said what He said about us being out here. So we're going to be out here, and the Lord is going to be with it, man. Fair and square. Go on.
Can I make a point about what you just said? There's a brother in Dallas camp.
Yeah.
He gave me related this story.
Cut it.
His story was that he was arrested. Every time he went out, he was arrested.
Yeah.
And it just kept on happening. He went out back there, he was arrested. He went back out, he was arrested until they got fed up of the whole issue. And
and they just stopped
left him alone.
They left him alone, yeah.
So now he's very comfortable living. I mean, the Most High has blessed him, basically.
Yeah.
Because he persisted.
Exactly. So that's just the whole ordeal, man. The whole deal is that we're the important men because we're doing something that's supposed to be done. That's important, okay, above everything. Okay?
Yeah, this makes the point. Acts 5:38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone.
Right.
For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will not come to naught.
Right, so if this came by the will of man, then this would come to naught. We would have been taken off the streets already. Every brother that you see promoting his word on the highways and the byways on the street, you wouldn't see them no more if it was by our own will. But because it's not the will of us, and it's of a will of a different power, or supreme power, the creator, guess what? We're now able to still stand here to this very moment and speak the same words. We can say anything we want to say, man. All right, and we say what we want to say anyway. Okay, we keep talking about the same thing over and over again about the downfall of the so-called white man. All right, and we could talk about these things comfortably because we know and understand that there's a spiritual entity, a higher power, that's guarding us so that we can fulfill what He told us to do. Okay, go on, brother.
39. But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it.
Right, if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, man. This cannot be overthrown. Islam could be overthrown, which it has. Okay, Christianity is being overthrown and has been a long time ago. But this right here, what we're bringing out, it's not being overthrown. And this is why what we're bringing out is growing more exponentially on the internet. And you got more Israelite camps rising above. You know, they may not teach what GMS teach, but there's a lot of camps out there. Okay? That are coming up. And it's going to get to the point where each time you click on YouTube or you go on to YouTube, you're going to see an Israelite camp. Okay? Flooding the whole YouTube, man. And that's actually, it's already happened already. You know?